EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to a very loud and a sold-out Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Straight ahead, we punch the second of two tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Cincinnati Bengals. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Come on, set. 18 Gator.
Watch the run. Watch the run. It's south, baby. That's baby south.
Bang, bang, bravo. Bang, bang.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 8. And this is incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. 3rd down here.
Well, I haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't like a target that size. I mean, that's a big, tall receiver, and somehow he missed him anyway.
Yeah, tempting to just put it out there for him to go get it, but dangerous throw and not on target.
Yeah, sometimes even a receiver with that type of catch radius can't haul them in if they're not accurate.
It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
A quick throw now complete to Ross. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 27-yard line. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 27. They'll drop the throw. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati 1st down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, it should open up his running game too. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 15 more. There, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line. And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. Mixon trying to punch it in, and he bulls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out, and the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. So they take the opening kickoff and drive it all the way down the field.
And that's the last thing you want defensively. On the road, in the playoffs, and now you're down a touchdown right away.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
23.
They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On play action, it's Mahomes. On the move, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Carl Lawson. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
2 plays so far, run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's got his man. That's Hardman. Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 79 yards. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Point after, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Got it.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Now a first carry from Giovanni Bernard. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He's got the first down inside the 10, and he gets it all the way down to the 3. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Now this time he'll look to throw. Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown pass, and the Bengals have taken the lead. Bullock good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Williams, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carlos Dunlap in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. Here's Tyler Newsome now. It's taken to the 26. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. Green brings it in. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
Ready. X3, 218, chop. Ready.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
The defense is doing their best, but they're struggling right now. They'll look for some help from their own offense to keep them in the game.
Here's Bullock now for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Let's go.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Yellow. 50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds. 57. And we got to get to the ball, G. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
From the 31, Mahomes. Flushed out right. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, and his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Ricky Seals-Jones, the intended target. And now it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem... And it'll be intercepted. Hooked up by Jesse Bates. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Steps away to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
Here we go. 10-2 stop. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. 22 jet bombers. 22 jet bombers.
Now it's the backup Finley. And he slings one that's incomplete.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts?
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get to field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle.
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. William Jackson with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Going deep downfield for Ross. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
And Bullock will put this one through. So how about the turn of events there at the end of the half?
This is one where you go charging into your locker room having collected 3 points you didn't expect to get, and you look across the field and you see guys kind of pointing fingers at each other like, dude, how'd you turn it over and make us give up 3 right there?
So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Mahomes going to throw, escaping the pressure right. They complete it to Hill. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards, the final tally. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Completes it to Hardman. That'll put him north of 100 yards receiving now in this divisional round game. It's a first down.
Hey, 43, 15.
First down, Kansas City.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Flush to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. And this is going to be intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Finley going to lead the Bengals up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
25, check 25.
Now Joe Mixon. And some room to maneuver. Gets through and now an opening. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 34. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
60 Pittsburgh. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Let's go.
On the toss, Mixon. And he will take it out in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And thanks to the interception, the Bengals offense cashes in with 6. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the lead is now 24. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Watch QB drop. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Come on, boy. Come on.
Now Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, check Mike. 15, 15. I got it. Bravo. Nice 57's right.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. William Jackson with a pick. Escapes the defender. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of it.
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Bullock good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Mahomes on target here to Hardman. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. To throw, it's Mahomes. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jesse Bates. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line. And that's where the return stops. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
2nd and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
61, matchbox lights. Shoot.
Open man is Ross, complete. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
They're running it. Check 3, check 3.
They go play action. Finley. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Cincinnati. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's a...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. 64 yards. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
Okay, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Now Bullock to add the extra point. And the lead is now an even 30.
Makes the score Bengals 45. Chiefs
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone.
The Chiefs take over
Let's go,
first
baby.
and 10
Let's go.
at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Carlos Dunlap picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That right now That's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he's stopped behind the line by this Bengals D. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Kill.
43.
Lucky. Check. Fresno, attack. Fresno. Check 31.
Right side.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Flushed out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Mahomes now to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Carl Lawson. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. Breaking the huddle, 1st and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position. Finley sets to throw on 1st down. This will be caught at about the 5. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal.
I think we need to come up with a different name for this position. We keep calling it the fullback position. That doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback, but we know this. Whoever's coming out of that spot is usually bigger and stronger, and they may not run away from people, but they'll run through them.
Yeah, able to shed tacklers. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Taking it in from a yard out as his guys continue to pour it on. Here's Bullock now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Next to score, Bengals 52, Chiefs 15.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
Hey, 43.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Pick your game up. Hatchet. Watch the safety creep.
Hey, 57.
Check Mike.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Safe.
Hey, Ripley.
Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 43 yards. And it may only be for pride now, but the Chiefs get a bit closer. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line.
Well, partner, since this new two-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run again with Bernard. And he'll go down at the 28. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Bernard. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
You draw focus. 70, Indy.
They'll run here with Bernard. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Brandon, at some point, these defenders absolutely have to say, we've just got to make a stand. We've had enough of this.
Giving up a lot of points in this game, but looked better on that play.
Let's go now.
They'll come out in the pistol. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now Bullock to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return.
We got this.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo. And now here is another interception. William Jackson with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it, Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct.
Come on, set. 90, Wolf.
Mike. Come on, D.
And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough, tough way for it to end.
So that'll just about do it for Charles.